Hey guys, I'm Hellhound, and figured to just do a video real quick, just kind of pass the time, kind of bored, so I found some free time, so I guess I'll just show off some of my recent acquirements. I was gonna wait. I got some stuff coming in the mail, and I was gonna wait until that stuff came to make a video and show it all off, at once. But I got kind of impatient. It'll probably be a few days before that stuff gets here, so I'll make another video then. But we're gonna do another one now. So here's I just found some free time in the most of it. So yeah, just kind of chilling. You can see I'm watching Star Wars. Aside from my Jason Goes to Hell issue 1 comic and my Secret Wars 2 trade paperback that Matt the Collector, my good friend, sent me, which I already showed off in the last couple of videos. I've got a few things of my own, ordered from Amazon and eBay. Let's get some more light over here. Well, first up, speaking of Star Wars, look at this really freaking cool, I feel like it's such a kid, but I got this really cool Millennium Falcon alarm clock. You see, he's got the clock. I'm going to turn the TV off just in case, showing scenes from Star Wars violates some kind of copyright bullshit. But yeah, it lights up, plays sounds from the movie. I'm such a dork, I know. Yeah, it even picks up the radio, which is really freaking cool. Yeah, it's not really getting a good signal right now, but... Oh, there you go. Sweet. Yeah, it does a bunch of other pretty cool things. It makes a lot of different sound effects. This is the Star Wars theme. Yeah, I found this for $3. Yeah, $3 at a thrift store. This is definitely something... Yeah, it's definitely something I would have had when I was a kid, It's definitely something a kid in the 80s would have had in their room, Back when, clocks and stuff were... Now everybody just looks at their phone to see the time, but, back then, fancy clocks and stuff were all the rage. Yeah, I haven't really figured out how to, turn it off, though. There's an off switch, but, you switch that, it doesn't really go off. But, I don't know, I think it's really cool. It'd go really good with my Darth Vader figurine, which I had on top of my TV, but unfortunately somebody decided to lose it, so... I'm not going to mention any names, but it wasn't my fault, that's all I got to say. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I found it at $3 at the thrift store. Definitely something a kid in, as I said, a kid in the 80s would have had that, which I think is pretty cool. And speaking of which, I also got a radio, a cassette player right here. And, I know most of you are like, why are you fooling off cassette players? You got iTunes and iPods and, and I still got all that stuff. I got all the new ways to listen to music, but I just thought those would be pretty cool, old school. This feels neat to have, And back, in the 90s and stuff, I hated cassette tapes. I thought that they were just such a downgrade from, albums. Before I had any CDs, I had a bunch of cassette tapes, and, I didn't hate them, and that's all I had to, listen to. But I thought that they were just so, such crappy quality compared to records, And I think the only reason, they did so well is because, people could play them in cars. You could listen to your music in a car. Of course, there was 8 tracks, too, for that. But, cassette tapes were, all about listening to music in cars in a moving vehicle. So, but, looking back on it now, I think it's just really cool. It's like a throwback. I think it's just a cool thing to have. And I found a really nice cassette player, actually, at a thrift store. Let me try to get some more light in here. Sorry about all the noise. I'm sure moving around the iPad, sorry, my recording device. Making a lot of annoying noises. I found a really nice one that looked just like the one that Jerry Dandridge used in Fright Night, the scene where he seduces Amy. But it didn't have any speakers. I do have speakers over here for my my stereo, that plays CDs, compact discs. But but yeah, I didn't want to risk it, It would have been pretty cool to have, but this one's really nice too. And I think it's just cool, play cassette tapes. Oh yeah. That's some White Zombie. Astro Creep 3000. 2000, sorry. I don't know why I said 3000. That's weird. What's wrong with me? But yeah. Also got a couple VHS tapes. You know, as long as I'm alive, VHS will never die, as you very well know. In addition to the selection I already had, here I got the Video Dead. I've been wanting this for a while. I've got it on Blu-ray as a double feature with Terror Vision, but I just thought the VHS would be way cooler to have. It's an X-Rental too, I believe. Yeah, it came from Movie Gallery, formerly known as Video World, which I think sounds way better. I mean, what's better, a gallery or a world? I mean, come on now. But yeah, hell yeah, it's the Video Dead VHS. Definitely a collector's item. So, very proud to have that in my collection now. And also got a really cool version of Night of the Living Dead. I got so many versions of Night of the Living Dead on like DVD and VHS. Like now I have like 3 DVDs of Night of the Living Dead and like now like 2 VHS tapes. I got another one behind here. There's some of my tapes that I have like behind that usually aren't on display. Yeah, I thought this was an awesome cover. And it's still in the original wrapping too. It hasn't been opened yet. So that's like my favorite poster of this movie. There's so many different posters for it. That one's always been my favorite by far. I used to have that as my wallpaper on my laptop for the longest time. But yeah, those are the most recent editions of my VHS tapes. I also got the original Frankenstein from 1931, but it's not really that exciting to look at. I used to have that in my original VHS collection that got destroyed when my mom's basement flooded several years ago, so I'm trying to replenish it. But I got way better stuff now. I got a lot of stuff I never had before. I would just get stuff from like Suncoast and Tower Records and Sam Goody and stuff like that. But my collection is actually way better now than it ever was, I think. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I got some good DVDs as well. Shit. Sorry about the noise. I'm sure it's really annoying. I got some more coming in the mail, but for now I've got Mad Ron's Previews from Hell. This came out in 1987. It's just like a collection of horror trailers, mostly from the 60s and 70s. Kind of like, exploitation type films mostly. Stuff like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Deranged, I Drink Your Blood, 300 Meat Hook, Corpse Grinders, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. There's actually a trailer for Black Christmas on here under the title Silent Night, Evil Night. And The Last House on the Left, a bunch of Herschel Gordon Lewis stuff. Lots of great stuff. Actually, the disc is in my player right now. But Mad Ron's Previews from Hell came out in 87. Got some really cool stuff on it. This is the extra Mad edition. It's loaded with special features too, which is cool. The quality is really crappy, but again, it looks like just a bunch of friends filmed it. It looks like me and my friends kind of like filmed it. It takes place in like an abandoned movie theater, and a bunch of zombies come, and then Nick and his puppet Happy, the zombie, they kind of entertain us in between trailers. They kind of do an introduction stuff, and they got a theater full of zombies to entertain with some really awesome trailers. And I've actually discovered a few obscure gems through some of these trailers. I definitely want to take a trip to the video store. I wish. But I definitely want to get some of those movies on there. Also got this Something Weird video, extra weird sampler. I actually saw this before. My cousin had one, and he actually burned me a copy, but I seem to have lost it, or maybe my DVD player wouldn't play it or something. I don't know. But it's got a bunch of trailers. I think it's pretty much every DVD release from the Something Weird video production company. They got their name for the Herschel Gordon Lewis film with the same name. Lots of great titles. Mostly like really, really weird, obviously, like exploitation style stuff from like the 60s and 70s. Like a lot of like nudie films mostly. But I'm mostly in it for the horror movies, like Carnival of Blood, Bloody Pit of Horror, and Basket Case, that's on here. Blood Feast. Most of Herschel Gordon Lewis's movies are on this one as well. Like 2000 Maniacs, Wizard of Gore, Gore Girls, stuff like that. Some pretty cool stuff. I think Basket Case is probably the newest trailer on here. That came out in 1982. And most of the ones on here are like from the 60s and 70s again. Like Axe and Mad Butcher and a bunch of crazy, really crazy stuff. I guarantee, watching this, you'll see some really, really shocking, really underground stuff that hardly anybody probably knew about when it was coming out. I mean, Psycho came out in 1960, but little did people know there's way more shocking stuff coming out, underground, like, later on. A few years later. I also got this Monsters Crash the Pajama Party. This movie came out in 1965. It comes with 3D glasses. It's supposed to come with a booklet all about the Spook Show, but this one didn't have one, of course. Yeah, it's paying homage to the old Spook Show that they'd have like a theater and they'd have gimmicks and props and cool stuff. Monsters would take girls out of the audience. It was just a pretty awesome show. I'll be right out. The movie's not really that great, but this thing's loaded with bonus features. Look at all that. It's like a freaking gold mine of scary goodness. So many extras. It's just loaded with stuff. And even interacting with the menus is fun. So yeah, I highly recommend this DVD. It's really awesome. Check it out. It's, as I said, the movie's really silly. It's like a mad scientist unleashing an ape on all these girls at a slumber party. But again, the special features really makes it worthwhile. And the 3D movie isn't really that great either, but still pretty cool. Just hours of endless fun. There's even like a part where like hypnotizes you at the beginning when it first comes on, like a what do they call it, like a spiral. It feels like you're getting sucked into the TV. And you look around the room and everything looks all distorted. It's really freaking cool. I'm coming! Sorry, well, I guess that means time to end this video. So thank you for watching. I'm Hellhound, and until next time. Peace.